Well, folks, we have to talk about Rio, that young talent, Mr. Engamoa. Well, you announced yourself to the Premier League today, giving Liverpool the win in the basically the 90th plus 10 when the game only went to, had 11 extra minutes of added time. But wow, that kid is outstanding. Woo, like honestly, I might be in the minority, but I was stressing. I was stressing in the end, thinking like, are we really gonna like back to back weeks? We give up a 2 goal lead, and we're gonna potentially walk away with a draw on the road in a hostile environment, down 10 men. But no, folks, not when you have young Rio on the pitch. It was a beautiful goal. Even if you look at the assist or the dummy to me, which is worthy of an assist by Sabazalai, like that dummy sold it. And the keeper got caught flat-footed, couldn't do anything. No one, he was wide open. It was just a brilliant finish, outstanding from the young man. And when you go back to how the game started, how things played out, uh, we are, you know what, Liverpool are lucky to walk away with the 3 points. I'm gonna take it. At the end of the day, we haven't played well in both games for the full 90, but we have 6 points out of 2 games, and that's you can't ask for anything better. Obviously, yes, our performances can be better. Our defensively, we need to fix up. Like Kanate, like get your head in the game because you have been lost the past 2 games, and today you like thankfully again Rio bailing us out, but you had a blunder of a game. Now I'm not gonna say you were the cause of the goals, but you were just your mistakes, your getting caught too high up. Just even some of your fouls were just like, come on, you got to do better. So Slot, get that defense organized. Because I'll be honest with you, Kirkes hasn't looked great. And I'm not here to criticize him. At the end of the day, you know what? We're winning and still not playing great. Can you imagine when we're firing on all cylinders? Like that's really what teams need to fear. Like you can complain, say, "Oh, Wirtz isn't doing anything. Look how much you paid for him." I'm not worried, right? Because we're not. It's not like we're struggling. We're losing games, and then like, oh, the sky's falling. We got this, and we will be okay. The ship will be fine. The sail. We're just going through some rough seas right now, but at some point, smooth sailing. I'm confident at least. But let's look back at the game. Like we started off not playing well. Um, you know, Newcastle looked, they were on the front foot. They were definitely the more organized, the better. They were moving the ball better than we were. They were able to maintain possession better. Like we were struggling to maintain possession, to have any form of attack, to, trying to bring the ball up. We kept turning it over. Our attack there was minimal attack in the first 20, 30 minutes up until basically the red card. But with that being said, we walk into halftime up 1, them down 10, Anthony Gordon getting a reckless, careless, one of those moments where he just like thought he was going to get the tackle, but you were off by at least a second. And all you did is get the back of Van Dijk's right calf. And that was all stud. So there was no denying that. Like once you see that and they went to VAR, there was no way they were going to, that yellow card was going to stand. And I will admit, when I saw the play live, I thought, you know what, hard tackle definitely was he came in hard, but I thought, you know what, I thought that the play on the field was going to stand. But as soon as I saw that there's a potential VAR check, and then I saw that the ref did that's when everything goes out the window. Because rarely do they go check the VAR and not change their call. So him getting the red was the right call. Now I'll be honest with you. I felt that at that point of the game was starting to get out of hand. The ref was starting to lose control of both teams. I felt he easily could have controlled things a lot earlier. In the first 10 minutes, he probably, like, I know usually, you know what, refs aren't ones to flash cards quickly. They'll give you the verbal warning, but if as soon as a couple fouls from either teams happen, then they'll start giving the yellow, right? And I felt that a couple fouls that Newcastle should have gotten a card for early might have changed how things developed or played out, but you didn't, and things started to get aggressive. And anyways, at the end of the day, basically just by halftime, Gordon gets the red card, and at that point, you're already down a goal. You know, Gravenberg put us in the lead in the 35th minute, off of a deflection. But hey, goal is a goal. Sometimes, you know, they teach you when you're young, just shoot it. You know, if it goes off, someone goes in the net, it's brilliant, and you planned it. But yeah, just shoot. Don't always, doesn't have to be fancy. Don't always have to try and place it. Just take that shot, and anything can happen. So yeah, we get the lead, red card just before halftime, and then to start, like, you couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half. 46 minute, our new number 9, back-to-back games, gets on the score sheet. Again, you spend big money for a striker. He's supposed to put the ball in the net, and that's exactly what Ekitike did. Give us a 2-0 lead. Everything at that moment, every Liverpool fan in the stadium watching, wherever you're watching from, was confident that we had this. Similar to last week, up 2-0, everyone's confident we got this. And then in the, what is it, the 57th minute, Bruno Guimaraes gets a goal in the to put them down 1. Again, off of a, if I'm correct, that was off of a set piece where, you know, just not the best defending. And I think that's the one where Kirkes kind of got lost his man, and again, we conceded. Up 2-1. I thought, okay, they're going to settle down now. They're not going to allow what happened the week before to happen again. Whoa. I was definitely wrong with that. That's not what happened. What did happen? Well, in the 88th minute, what does Newcastle go and do? They go and bloody tie this game. Like, really? Like, I'm 51. Well, turning 51. My heart can only take so much. And y'all are making me stress. Like, at the before last week, I didn't have no gray hair. This is 2 weeks worth. Can you imagine what I'm gonna look like at the end of the season? But no, seriously. 2 minutes before the 90, don't know how much time they're gonna play extra time. Which, when they put 11 on the board, I'm still trying to figure out where the 11 came from. But it is what it is. We played another 11, and thank goodness we did, because as I said it at the beginning of this show, in the 90 plus 10, young Rio Ingamoa, 16-year-old, turned 17 in 4 days. Boom! Game winner. And the excitement that you saw when he ran to the sideline, the fans that were there went crazy. His teammates, like, I can only imagine what it was like in the dressing room after the game for that young kid. Like, and he's still a kid. He's 16. Like, doing what he's doing at 16. Like, I remember what I was doing at 16, and I was nowhere near, and any sport I played, and it didn't have that kind of talent. Even though I was pretty good at some stuff, I'm nowhere near that kind of talent. But yeah, hats off to that young man. Like, I think we saw in the preseason what this kid was, is all about, and that there's a talent there, but he can play in the Premier League, even at 16. He's not too young. Like, the future for him, is so, like, it's crazy. Like, Liverpool, from what I understand, they're already negotiating his next deal. So don't be surprised in the next coming weeks we hear they've signed him to a new deal, because they see the value in this kid, and teams are going to come calling. So put a big number. Yeah, he's young, but his upside is so massive that, like, you can put a nasty number on him, and you know what? If teams want him, make him pay. As my buddy Noel says, hey, this is what you value, man. If the team wants him, they got to pay your value. It's that simple. So, hats off to you, Rio. Congratulations. Big game winner. Sealed the 3 points for the Reds. couldn't have asked for anything better. And especially since our next match is going to be a dandy. We play none other than Arsenal. Arsenal's coming to Anfield. Oh, that will be a battle. So let's hope that Arne Slot has his defense settled for that game, because we will need to be focused for the full 90. We cannot have any lapses defensively, the way we've had the first two games. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that we will be prepared, because let's be real, Arsenal's tooled themselves up this year to make a run at the title, and they're going to be in that one of the teams battling it out at the end with, of course, I believe us, Liverpool. And you know what? I'd like to say Man City. I predicted that they would be in the battle, but the way they're starting the season off, not so. A little. I won't. You know what? I'm not going to question myself, because we all know City. They go on these runs, and all of a sudden, they could be in fifth, and then at the end of the run, they're right back in first, or right there about. So we all know what happens with them. Anyways, that is it for me. Your boy Sean, right here on LFC Footy Talk. So make sure you do that, subscribe so you get the notifications when I post something. And of course, please don't forget, when you see the big thumbs up, whichever direction, give me a like. And hey, I interact with fans. Talk to me. Leave a comment. Love to hear from you. That's about it for me. Your boy Sean. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.